like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, got the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the dice fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She busts into me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it, yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize, I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. Don't need industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, got the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the dice fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She busts into me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it, Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go, yeah. Shooting star, yeah, all over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not wet my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO, yeah.
I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation.
Don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a... She wanna all day. Hey, 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 hey.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Ready to get this game started, here's Evan McPherson. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to the well again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. He'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. A handoff. Massive hit. The ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Play action now. Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be tackled after getting it up to the 28. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Finds a seam down the middle. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
2nd and 10 now. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Here on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. 8-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They have it 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys, keep taking.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal. Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow their lead to 14-0. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Bengals offense lined up. They're going for 2 again. He's throwing for it. And he secures it in the end zone. So their lead grows to 16-zip. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Completed to Sutton. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Pass taken in by Burton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Headed out right. Nabbed along the sideline by Higgins.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. The throw is caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Bengals. With it, 3rd and 2. Burrow from the gun. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. On the play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Butker knocks it through, and that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has his man, it's Tracy. into the ground. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. He'll throw it. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. This might be a free play for him. And this is knocked away on a good defensive effort there. That saves the catch, but I think this call should still give the offense some yards.
Waste of time.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing it again here. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants chop some of the lead off before the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He sends this one to the end zone, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Bengals will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, they have the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Fields the hard squib kick. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here we go. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Burrow to the air now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Burrow setting up the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the run right, throwing deep down the side.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On third down, here's Burrow. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Giants are going to have it after his second interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Back to throw now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. It's Pacheco again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. come out throwing. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Putting a receiver in motion. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 47. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds his fullback. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, Coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, Coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And they pick it up, time to push for that marker. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. He's got him, that's Tracy. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's what we call situation. football, you spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bengals take over as he records his 10th career INT. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to. You have to.
Big game downfield. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So the Bengals going back to the well, trying for 2 again. He's throwing for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. And they stay perfect, Brock. That's a perfect 3 for 3 now on 2-point tries. Is it just automatic at this point that if there's a touchdown, they're going to go for 2?
Well, I think until this defense stops them, the answer is going to be yes. It's not supposed to be this easy. I mean, the numbers tell you you're not supposed to have this kind of success rate, but it's really clear this defense has no answer. Run, pass, confidence, the offense is owning them.
Got a man. Robinson has it. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second and 8. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Bengals moments away from celebrating their 14th win this season. Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Nice return there, 15 yards gained. And it'll be Giants football. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th down. Back to throw, needing a first. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone. Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they get one more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship they're focused on, right, Brock? And the road to the Super Bowl will begin at home next week in the wild card round. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from New York.